Hey Scorpio, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's Christina and I'm a Swedish-Australian psychic, medium and artist. Yeah, I'm a healer too. And I need to ask for your help, so I'll put the cards down for a second. For the second time in a row, Spirit has asked me to draw a portrait. And it looks like a caricature when I'm done, so I won't show it to you, but I see the face and I can make a proper portrait for the people, the family that it concerns. It's a child for the second time. This time it's a little boy called Dylon from Omaha in the States. He was 8 years old when he passed, and he was born in 1979. He would have been turning 41 years old now, any day, or maybe already has, because he was born a Pisces. And if you have any idea who this this little boy was, please contact me by mail and I will make a proper portrait and I will send it on to his family together with the message that he wanted them to receive. Okay, thank you. Now let's look at you, Scorpio. I love Scorpios. I'm a Cancer, so I'm very weak for Scorpios. Yeah. Family cards, why didn't you put them to the side, Christina? Sometime I was talking, a Queen of Pentacles fell out, and so did the family card. So I hope I can remember that the Queen of Pentacles should be there beside her. Scorpio, you're of course a Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's non-communication with a young woman in a earth sign. All right, they're falling everywhere. This was Seven of Swords, but it came up reversed, so that they are fears that are being delayed. That subside. Sorry, sometimes my Swedish gets in the way when I'm working. Not used to working in English, that's why. Okay, dear Scorpio, what's happening? What does Spirit want you to know? Well, your own card came up first and foremost, transformation. Major Arcana number 13. Death card in a lot of tarot decks. Here it's called transformation. I find that a lot easier to handle. Look at this. Here she is again. I will let her stay. She has arrived. And she has arrived underneath you, Scorpio. I think this is another aspect of you here, Queen of Cups. I will let you lie. The tarot deck that I work with is called the Goddess Tarot, and they're made by Chris Waldher. And so the whole Major Arcana is made up of different goddesses from all over the world. And they're wonderful. They've taught me how to interpret the cards. Now let's go back to the beginning. This is very interesting, Scorpio. Look at you here. 3 aspects of you coming up next to each other. So you are the Queen of Pentacles, the motherly type, possibly the teacher. Maybe it has to do with your work. But the mother. But the Queen of Cups is also very motherly, but perhaps a little bit more spiritual. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles stands very solid, very stable, and very grounded. But here we also have the Queen of Swords. So here's the intellectual woman, the woman that tells it as it is. And if she doesn't like you, she'll let you know that too. all these three aspects of you, Scorpio, come up in the reverse. I find that rather odd. I must say I'm rather lost. I'm rather lost. Spirit, can you help me out, please? There are children here. Several children. Too many for them to be yours, all of them. So I think you are a school teacher or have been a school teacher. Yeah, I think I'm starting to understand what's happened. It's been at your work. You sacrificed yourself for your work, and I don't know if that's been the school itself that's expected that of you, or if you did it voluntarily. But you've worked too hard for too long, and you've not acknowledged your own signals. You saw the three queens here. So it's like you've run over yourself completely, denied yourself completely in order to do what you do. And I think that is in a school environment. And that's resulted in you not being able to work at all. So you're completely exhausted and in need of rest. So sick leave is what you're on. And I find that so sad. I find that very sad. And I sincerely hope that if it's because of the school itself that has demanded these sacrifices of you, that you will change jobs, change schools at least, maybe even occupation. But if you need to change your occupation, I certainly hope they say leave the school. Leave the school work. I'm so sorry. But the cards are telling you quite clearly, my Scorpio friend, that this is not where you've I can only find Swedish words, I'm sorry. It's no longer the place where you come into your own, because it's gone too far. So I think maybe you just thinking about returning to your work at the school, and you start to shiver. I think you know this, and I think Spirit just wants to confirm that you're right, and you shouldn't. You should think about a new occupation, or wouldn't it be fantastic if you're just a few years from your own pension and you can just stop working altogether? But I don't think that's the case. I see you still working with children. I see you still working with children in need. But maybe you can do it part-time and not in a school environment. You need a new leadership, a new boss, new principal. No more principals, no more schools. But you're still very much needed. But take your time. Make sure you fully recover before you do anything. I also see here that you will get the help of two men. One is an earth sign like you, I think a fellow teacher, and this might be a lawyer of some kind. So maybe you will go into a process against your school, your employer. Yeah, it's not really time, they say. It's not time yet. But when it is time, you will do it, and you will also be reimbursed. Well, economically, of course, but reimbursed for what's happened to you. So I think maybe it's your employer that's been a slave driver, and it's cost you your mental health, and it's just atrocious. Yeah, coming to these cards now. Your family, the children are your family, and fears that have subsided, and a non-communication with with a girl in Pentacles. This is a child, not a young woman. It's one of your students. But I think she's just a representative of all of them. So, end of communication with the kids in the school environment that were once your family. It's very, very sad. But I am sure Spirit knows that you're needed, and something good, a good alternative will turn up for you, where you can keep helping the children, but in another way. Children that have big problems, and then you just work a little bit less than full time. Let's have a look at the Goddess Oracles, because that was the tarot finished. And the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards are made by Doreen Virtue. Who else? And they're a present from my soul sister Julia. I want to take this one. Yeah, Abundantia. I can't pronounce it. Can you? Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. I think that last thing, be open to receiving, that's the big thing here. When you've been in a situation where you've had to sacrifice your whole self, and you've been doing that for a long time probably, not just from one week to the next. When you've been overrunning yourself, when you've been squeezing the life out of yourself, it might be difficult to receive. So please be aware of that, and give yourself as much love as possible, and also tell yourself that, well, when that abundance comes from Spirit, I will be grateful and I will accept it. Yeah. Another deck here is called the Yogic Path. We'll see what they have to tell you as well, or what Spirit wants to tell you through this oracle deck. This is made by Sahara Rose, or it's written by Sahara Rose. The texts are hers, and the artwork is made by Daniel Knoll. Please, Spirit, can we have a card for our Scorpio friend? Spirit, please. No, then I have to cut the deck. Hold. Oh, Vata. Oh, I love this card. Vata. It's one of the 3 doshas from Ayurveda. You probably are a Vata, a skinny one. The sinewy one gets really cold very easily and hates wind. But also the airy dosha. Scorpio, but airy. Yeah, that's all right. Creative, imaginative, and unpredictable. Creative one, it's time to let your ideas flourish. You've gotten a gust of the Vata wind energy and are riding its waves out to deeper waters. Do you remember there in the beginning that you had the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, which of course is you, but also the Queen of Swords? She's the Vata. Ideas are bubbling within you, and your body has become a vessel for its creative blessings. Well, this is great news, because that tells us that you're actually on your good way to recovery. That's great to hear. Allow yourself to dance to the rhythm of your thoughts and let them take you to higher places. The veil between the stars and earth has been lifted, and the downloads you're receiving are straight from the universe. Be sure to anchor them down to this earth with action so your visions can manifest into reality. And also that you are accepting them. Make yourself ready to receive. Please, dear. No, not Libra, Scorpio. Don't forget to breathe. Thanks for watching. Bye.